Very good morning to all of you, and I welcome you all on this Sunday morning. I think it has been now like a long break after the 9 July meeting we made today. I'm sure everybody had a very hectic July season, and now everybody is again ready to some learn and unlearn new things. Today, we have with us CA Manish Gadia, who's our very own past convener, the past WIC chairman, and the core group member. He's a GST expert, as we all know. And he will be deliberating on the decisions made by the 50th council meeting of GST council meeting. Before we start the meeting, I would request you all to please stand at attention for the Institute motto song. Request you all to please put your phones on silent.
येष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति येष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति कामं 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 कामपुरुषो पुरुषो निर्विमाणः निर्विमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्मा तद्ब्रह्मा तदेवामृतमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकः शतः सर्वे तदूनात्यपि कश्चनात्यपि कश्चन एतद्वैता 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 एतद्वैता.
Please keep standing for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
जय. To take the formal introduction of today's faculty, I would like to invite CA Manish Gadia, who is also a party convener and core group member.
A very good morning, friends. ना छोटा भाई जब आता है स्पीकिंग के लिए तो उनके इंट्रोडक्शन की जरूरत नहीं होती है. वैसे भी मनीष जी इस स्टडी सर्कल के को फाउंडर रहे हैं. 1999 में जब बनाया था तो ही डजंट नीड एनी इंट्रोडक्शन. लेकिन मैंने तो बोला कन्वीनर को, भाई मैं तो बोलूंगा, मेरा हक बनता है क्योंकि उनकी उपलब्धियां इतनी ज्यादा हैं, वो मैंने बहुत छोटे में समराइज की है, अदरवाइज तो 1 घंटा इंट्रोडक्शन में निकल जाता. So he is a visionary leader and a senior professional with practice experience in the field of GST and adept at academic development. An exemplary writer for journals and co-author for various books. With a passion for inspiring professionals and students through imparting high and quality education. He is in practice since 1997 and partner in Mrs. GMJ and Company. He has written, co-authored as a book of statutory obligation of cooperative housing society published by WRC, co-author of Handbook of Valuation and Handbook of EPC Contracts published by CTC. He was regular contributor to WRC Referencer, regular contributor to GST Referencer published by GST PAM, compiled the budget booklet of our own JB Nagar Study Circle since 2005 to 2021. After that, it was on electronic mode. Academic proficiency, is a renowned academician and an eminent personality with proficiency in delivering more than 555 lectures on service tax and GST at ICI, Regional Council, branches, study circles, Chamber of Tax Consultant, and whatnot, BCA, various list is long. He has major achievements. He is a past chairman of WRC at ICI, attained leadership roles on past chairman of Professional Development Committee and Study Circle Coordination Committee. He invited to express his views on GST, which is regularly telecasted on national TV as well as print media. Contributed for special column in Navbharat Times. You might be seeing every week one matter for query solving of GST comes and published in Navbharat Times. He is co-opted member of Infrastructure Committee, Committee for Capacity Building of CA Firms, Small and Medium Practitioner in ICI, Banking and Insurance Committee, members of study group on GST formed by ICI. He is a co-opted member of Indirect Tax Committee of WRC for many years, group leader in Indirect Tax Study Group of WRC for 15-16, chairman of Student Committee, the founder, convener, and core group of JB Nagar CP Study Circle, and list is endless, but I'll end here. And friends, with this, I present before you our own friend, my dear younger brother, CA Manish Gadia. Kindly acknowledge and welcome him with loud applause. And I would request Jayesh Thakkar and MP Reddy ji and Dood ji to please join us for giving memento on behalf of JB Nagar CA Study Circle. Please. Thank you. There will be 3 lucky draws. Those were not there are named.
गुड मॉर्निंग. सुबह अच्छी नहीं है लग रहा है. महेश जी ने इतना अच्छा अनाउंसमेंट किया, 3 लकी ड्रॉ है तो भी जोश नहीं आया महेश जी. गुड मॉर्निंग. तो महेश जी ने जो भी कहा, बट उस सबका सारांश एक ही है कि मैं आज जो भी हूँ वो स्टडी सर्कल और इसके मेंबर्स की वजह से हूँ. और जो भी प्यार आप लोगों ने दिया, रिस्पेक्ट दिया या जो भी सिखाया, सब कुछ यहीं से सीखा है। 555 लेक्चर जो महेश जी बता रहे थे, तो सबसे पहला लेक्चर भी मैंने यहीं पे दिया था, और उस बात को आज 20 साल हो गए महेश जी। So I really thanks this study circle, core committee, convener, past conveners for giving me all these things. I don't know whether I deserve or not, but really thank you. So today my topic is analysis of 50th GST Council meeting. तो हम GST देख रहे हैं, 6 साल हो गए. And how's your experience? Good. Good opportunity for professionals. आवाज ही नहीं आ रही है. तो 6 सालों में 50 GST काउंसिल मीटिंग हो गई, और उसके अलावा जो हम लॉ में चेंजेस देख रहे हैं, मैं एक्ट की चेंज की बात नहीं कर रहा फिलहाल, बट जो नोटिफिकेशंस हैं, जो सर्कुलर हैं, सिर्फ उसी पे मैं रिस्ट्रिक्ट करता हूँ. FAQ और वो भी मैंने बाहर कर दिए, केस लॉज भी बाहर कर दिए. सो बी एनीवन गेस कितने अमेंडमेंट्स हुए हैं 6 सालों में? इट इज रफली 830. सो अगर उसको हम 6 से डिवाइड करते हैं तो पर ईयर 140. इसका मतलब है हर अल्टरनेट डे ऑलमोस्ट वी आर सीइंग वन और अदर नोटिफिकेशन और मे बी अ क्लेरिफिकेशन एज फार एज GST इज कंसर्न. तो एक चीज है, या बोला जाता है कि वन थिंग इज ओनली कांस्टेंट इन दिस वर्ल्ड इज which this law has adopted. और सबसे मजे की बात है, जब मैडम ने मुझसे पूछा था आप ये लेक्चर लेंगे, और अब मैं जो लेक्चर ले रहा हूं उसके बीच में भी कितने चेंजेस आ गए मुझे भी पता नहीं है. और रूल्स में तो कल कुछ अमेंडमेंट्स आए हैं, तो वो मैं कवर नहीं कर पाया हूं. एक ऐसा ही इंसिडेंस मेरे साथ हुआ था नासिक में भी. जब मैं नासिक गया था लेक्चर लेने, तो मुझे टॉपिक पे चेयरमैन ने बुलाया था कि सर रिसेंट चेंजेस इन GST पे बात करना है. तो मैंने एग्री किया, और जिस दिन मेरा लेक्चर था उसके 2 दिन पहले ही कुछ 8-10 नोटिफिकेशन, 15 नोटिफिकेशन कुछ आए थे. तो इमीडिएटली चेयरमैन ने बोला कि सर आप ये भी प्रेजेंटेशन में कवर करेंगे ना? बोला डेफिनेटली, क्योंकि तब तक मैंने प्रेजेंटेशन भेज दिया था. बोला नहीं सर आप इसको रिवाइज करके भेजो. फिर मैंने रिवाइज करके भेज दिया. सेशन का टाइम था मेरा 5 से 7 इवनिंग में. 7 बजे मैं निकल रहा था, तो चेयरमैन वाज वेरी हैप्पी सेइंग सर all the latest amendment we have covered, so you have covered good things, so our is the up to dated presentation. बोला ठीक है, अपन रात को 9 बजे फिर बात करते हैं. So 9:15 I was on the way from Nasik to Mumbai. Chairman called, sir कुछ और notification आए. So why I am saying so is maybe whatever I am discussing may be expired presentation, so bear with me. और being a chartered accountant, हमको लगता है कि इंटरेस्ट तो सबसे सिंपलेस्ट थिंग है जो कि हम कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. यस और नो? दिस इज द सिंपलेस्ट थिंग ना. हमको एफआई जेसी में जाते ही सबसे पहले इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेशन सिखाया जाता है, कॉमर्स लाइन में सबसे पहली चीज. उसके लिए पता नहीं कितने क्लेरिफिकेशन सर्कुलर इशू किए GST डिपार्टमेंट ने, हाउ टू कैलकुलेट इंटरेस्ट. एंड समटाइम्स आई आल्सो lost a track whether I am calculating interest correctly or not. So recently 17th July they have come out with one more circular how to calculate interest. So basically interest is given in section 50, subsection 50 subsection 3 says that where the input tax credit has been wrongly availed and utilized. This wording is since beginning, but there was always a confusion कि मैंने avail कर लिया, utilize नहीं किया, interest लगेगा कि नहीं लगेगा. तो गवर्नमेंट ने सबसे पहले उसको क्लियर किया कि भाई if you utilize, then and then only you are liable to pay interest. If you have availed wrongly but not utilized, then interest is not payable. So we'll go to the circular later on. But before that, this is the manner of set off of ITC, which is given in Rule 88A. We all know that there is IGST, CGST, and SGST or UTGST. These are the four, or you can say three broad credit, three items in GST law on which we will get the credit. So what they did is, if suppose you have IGST liability, against your IGST liability, first you have to take the IGST credit. Whatever IGST credit is there, that you can set off. After offsetting IGST credit, if some liability of IGST there, then you can SGST or UTGST in any manner. That is the flow. If you have CGST liability, and you have CGST credit also, but there may be possibility that you may have a IGST credit also. First, you have to use IGST credit, and then only you can use CGST credit against your correct. Same way with SGST and UTGST also. Against your SGST or UTGST liability, first you have to adjust your IGST credit. I hope everybody is clear on this. No confusion? So keeping this in background, now GST credit, correct? Some IGST credit you have wrongly availed. And at the same time, you have CGST and SGST credit also, which you have rightly availed. But as per the provision, as per the system, GSTN, your IGST credit will be first utilized against maybe your CGST liability or maybe against your IGST liability. Correct? So now here the question is, I have a balance in CGST as well as SGST, but I have wrongly availed and utilized the IGST liability because system is not allowing me to first adjust my CGST or SGST liability. So whether I should pay interest on the same one. क्या होना चाहिए? Because as per law, you availed and utilized. Yes or no? So I should pay GST interest on the same. कोई पॉसिबिलिटी है या ना? तो 50% चांस है आप सही होगे. It says that the balance of input tax credit in electronic credit ledger under the Act IGST, CGST consideration while calculating interest liability. Further, it's clarified, the circular number 190 is that in the cases where the IGST credit is wrongly availed, before on a certain date, there will be no interest liability under subsection 3 of the. So मैंने credit wrongly ले लिया, avail कर लिया IGST, utilize भी कर लिया, but subsequently I have reversed that credit. I realized that I have wrongly availed that IGST credit. So what I will do? I will reverse that credit. Reverse that credit also. By reversing that credit, I can use GST as well as NGST code credit. So that's what I did. Further, it says that if during the time period starting from the wrong availment and up to such reversal, balance of ITC in the electronic credit ledger under the head IGST, CGST, and SGST taken together or in isolation has never fallen below the amount. Even if available balance of IGST liability usually falls below the amount of such wrongly availed IGST. What is the meaning is मेरा IGST क्रेडिट नहीं भी है बट मेरा जो बैलेंस है रॉन्ग अवेलमेंट का उससे ज्यादा CGST और SGST की मेरे पास क्रेडिट पड़ा है then it says however when the balance IGST fall below wrongly availed then you have to pay the interest. This we will take little bit later. So we can understand this with this table. That ITC wrongly availed and utilized, CGST, SGST 0, IGST are availed with 1,000 rupees. Balance available in the electronic credit ledger from the date of availment till the date of reversal is 700 and 300. So what I did is I reversed the credit. So it says that no interest shall be this. Further, it says that as per proviso of section 11, there may be a compensation to the state act. And that input tax credit in respect of compensation cess has been wrongly utilized. Then what will happen? How to calculate that? So supply of goods and services variable under section 8 can be utilized only toward payment of compensation liability. It cannot be used against a CGST, IGST or SGST liability. So even if you have a balance in CGST, SGST or IGST, but you have wrongly availed compensation as credit and you have utilized the same, then interest shall be payable on the same. So this benefit is only and only in respect of your IGST. So I hope I am clear on this. So practically what we discussed is actually revenue neutrality. And government has not lost anything. Because if I have a balance in CGST and GST, because of that, in such cases, only IGST reversal would be required. Interest will not be levied on that to the extent balance available in the credit ledger. Yes, sir. So take an example, sir. I have availed GST, wrongly availed IGST on 1st January. Okay. Then I reverse that IGST in on 30th. बैलेंस शीट कभी बनाते हैं ना, कभी पता चलता है. तो 30 जून को पता चला कि रॉन्गली अवेल्ड. ठीक है. तो ये जो 700 और 300 रुपया मेरा 1 जनवरी से लेके 30 जून तक मेरे बैलेंस में बैलेंस तो कभी ऊपर नीचे होकर रहेगा. या टाइम ऑफ अवेलमेंट से लेके टाइम ऑफ रिवर्सल तक मिनिमम फुल टाइम. अगर समझो कोई टाइम पे ऐसा पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है पर्टिकुलर मंथ में मेरा 700 के बदले 500 रुपए ही होगा. ये 500 होगा या 300 होगा तो मुझे 200 रुपए का इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ेगा. Again, in my view, that 200 rupees interest you have to pay from that date, not from the date of wrong availment. That clarification is not there. So, एक और आने वाला है. I hope I am clear on this. Now we'll move to another set of clarification what they have issued is input service distributor versus cross-net. So what is ISD? That's it.
Input service distributor.
Input service distributor. So what is that?
Sir, basically where the head office or the their own concerned branches and places. Then they procure at a center place, but subsequently they are supposed to distribute their to their concerned place.
Called ISD.
Yes.
So ISD is the full form is input service distributor. So you will distribute only and only service, not goods. Whatever goods they have procured, that we have to bill to them as a fresh supply. So only we are discussing about service. So as per section 261, input service distributor means an office of the supplier of the good or service or good. Maybe a supplier of good or maybe a supplier of service, which receives tax invoice issued under section 31 towards the receipt of input services and issued a prescribed document for the purpose of distributing the credit of the central tax, state tax, IGST or UPGST said services to a supplier of taxable goods or service having the same bank. Suppose I am having a head office in Mumbai, correct? And I have a factory at Daman, which is in another state. So I have another godown maybe at so I have taken a common insurance policy of head office, factory, as well as warehouse, a single policy. But that single part, so I will get the credit only and only at my HO. But that service has been used by factory also. So I need to distribute, that credit should be taken there because that credit, that service has been utilized at Daman factory. So what I can do is, so the manner what has been given, I will distribute that credit to my factory. That is called IGST, ISD. So within the same time. What? Cross charge. What is cross charge? There is no word called cross charge, but for common parlance we are saying cross charge, cross charge. But what is cross charge? So any service has been supplied maybe by HO to my factory at Daman. Correct? So as per section, as per provision of GST law, distinct person, section 25 says that it is a distinct person, correct? Because I have different registration number at that. Plus two business units have obtained different within the same state or maybe different state or unit territory. Because now GST law permits that within the Maharashtra also you can have a multiple GST registration. Hence, every such supply with a distinct person will result in cross charge. So I need to cross charge to that unit because if I am supplying some service to that unit. For example, where a business entity has multiple places of business registered under the same bank, it is likely to set up will be on the lines of head office, meaning admin work, maintenance of account, IT system, and other operation of all the units present in India. Input service provided by HO, various branches are considered service. Correct? So they have issued circular number 199 on this issue. Now, where the issue is that what should be ISD and what should be cross check. Can I say that insurance service, what has been procured by HO for entire group, entire company, sorry, not group, entire company, has been used at HO, and then HO has provided that service to the factory. Can we say that, and can we do cross charge? Said no. No. Why no? It is received from third party in the name of HO. Correct? Who is service recipient? That has been defined under the GST law, which says that the person who is liable to make the payment is the recipient of supply. Actually is liable to make the payment. Correct? So if I am the recipient of entire service, I should not I take the credit. Section 16 is not restricting me. There are only two sections as far as ITC is concerned, 16 and 17. 16 says where you are eligible to take credit. 17 says these are the block. 17.5 it is not covered. Correct? And 16 says that I am eligible to take credit because I am using for my business purpose. Correct? So I can do cross check also. Or I can do ILD. They are just putting a different argument. Because as a tax practitioner, हमारा रोल ही एक तो उसने वाया बुलाया तो हमको क्लाइंट हमको पैसा देगा. Please provide calculation regarding distribution of service procured by third party or in respect of internally generated service provider. So what they did in this circular, they have given one is services procured from third party. That what example we have already discussed. Insurance and we have distributed. There may be certain internally generated service also, which actually is supplying to the factory or branch. Things are there. That's what the circular says. This actually is providing very difficult example निकाल पाना. Because internally the HO will not provide any service to branch. Okay. So you are saying that IT guy is sitting in is providing the support service to a branch or maybe to a bank. That is internally generated service is supplying. Further extend this. So board of directors sitting in HO, CFO, CEO, or whatever you top-notch people are sitting in HO. They are also guiding to branches, factories, also internally generated service. So we can know. Yes, na? You all agree with me? Again, we'll park this. I'll not conclude this. By HO from third party, attributable to branch office, exclusively to one or more branch offices. Maybe it may be for different branches. The HO is an option to distribute such ITC through ISD mechanism. That was the circular is of the CGST Act and CGST rule. It is not mandatory for HO to distribute such input by ISD mechanism. Because as I said, section 16 and 17 is not restricting me. I will take full credit in HO and treat this as a supply to branch office instead of distributing the same. So under entire TGST or SGST law, act, rules, notification, circular, whatever, wherever you go, there is no such restriction saying that you have to only do ISD. That what it says that, however, as the present provision, after reading this circular, I stuck here. Present. What is the meaning of this? So now, wait for another amendment in the law. मुझे दूसरे सर्कुलर पे या दूसरे अमेंडमेंट की बात करने जो आने वाला है. So maybe possible that present provision has something in mind and in future they will amend. As per present provision of the CGST Act and CGST rule, not mandatory for HO to distribute such input tax credit by ISD. So HO can also issue tax invoice to the concerned branch office in respect of common input services procured from a third party by HO. So internally generated सर्विस है अभी मैं आपको देखिए जो इंश्योरेंस है what we have taken for entire company which I can take entire credit and I can cross charge to factory also or maybe I can do a distribution. So both the options are available to me but confirmed by this circular. And to distribute such input services, if you want to distribute, there should be actually to be attributable to such branch actually provided to such BO. In case the actual distribute or wishes to distribute ITC to branch office in respect of such common input services through ISD mechanism, so then they have to register mandatorily as per section 24(8) as a ISD. तो क्या हो गया आपको भी एक नया रजिस्ट्रेशन लेना है ISD का if you want to distribute through ISD. Further, the distribution of ITC in respect procured from third party can be made by an HO to branch office only in the said input services are actually provided to the branch office. So it may be possible that sometime you have a multiple factories. Procure some services only for X factory, not for Y factory. Some services you procure for X and Y, not for Z. And some services for X, Y, Z. If you follow that ISD mechanism, so we say that we have to distribute that credit only to the branches which you understand what I am saying. If you have 3 different registration, so maybe 9 to 10 different types of calculation possible. कोई सर्विस खाली X ने लिया है तो उसको पूरा वहां पे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है, कोई X और Y ने लिया है तो उसको जो भी रेशियो लगाना है X और Y में करना है, तीनों ने लिया है तो तीनों को करना है, कोई हो सकता है Y और Z ने लिया होगा. Permutation combination possible. So multiple type of calculation you have to do every one by distributing this. Follow the ISD method. Again, section 20, subsection 2 says that what are the conditions for distribution. I am not going into this because this is not my today's topic. It is there in my presentation, which you will get. So you will get this, so I'm not going. Just I'll give this example, we will better understand how simple is the ILD calculation. Suppose I have a HO in Maharashtra, factory in Gujarat, Rajasthan, and factory in Maharashtra only. 10 lakh rupees, Rajasthan turnover is 20 lakh, 40 lakh rupees. So any service has been procured for the purpose of only Gujarat and Rajasthan. Then what I have to do is in the ratio of turnover. And I will distribute GST like that. Some services have been used by Gujarat and Maharashtra, so in this ratio. As for this three, then in that turnover ratio of the this year your ratio may be different. It will be possible that मेरा राजस्थान का जो फैक्ट्री है या लास्ट 3 महीने में ऑपरेशनल हुई तो इसका टर्नओवर हो सकता है प्रीवियस ईयर का will be very less. But this time, and this is the largest capacity of production across all the factories. Even this year, this turnover must be much higher than put together all the factories turnover. But I will distribute in the ratio of so lesser credit to this factory, even though the highest liability in this factory. Very possible in ISD mechanism. So the ISD says that if you have wrongly distributed credit, then you have to pay the interest penalty. Then the recipient branch will not get the credit. So all these things are there. I'm not going into detailing of this. Now, if we go to the cross charge, the second option is of cross charge because circular says that cross charge. Correct? So if I do the cross charge, then the issue will come of the valuation because it will be between distinct person and distinct person. Law says that section 15 will not apply, 15(1) will not apply, the transaction value. Then you have to compulsorily go to valuation rules. And for that, specifically, they have given rule 28. Calculate the value of supply between distinct person or related person. So the first, they say, I will go later on this. First, they say that it has to be open market. Sir, what open market value will be of the IT support service? Or maybe the board of directors providing service to another factory. How you will calculate that? Can you arrive at open market value? Just doing a calculation purpose, maybe for transfer pricing or other things. But may not be open market value, correct? Quotation किधर से लाऊंगा मैं? सर कहाँ से लाऊंगा मैं? मेरा जो सीए है उसका so why we open market value is department के साथ settlement हुई. So further it says that open market value is not possible, then the value of supply of right kind and quality. That where में मुझे जो सर्विस देगा उसका कैसा दे सकता है? तो इतने भी पॉसिबल नहीं है. बोलता है ये दोनों पॉसिबल नहीं है, then you should go with applicable for rule 30 and 31. Rule 30 से 10%. सर वो पॉसिबल है, तो उसको सीईओ को बोलने का कितना काम तुमने ये फैक्ट्री का किया, कितना काम ये ब्रांच का किया, कितना वेयरहाउस का किया, उसमें थोड़ा लॉग बना के दे, तभी मुझे कॉस्ट मिलेगा ना। 50% of the time I maintain to not 50%. Correct? So again, practically, the arrive at the cost in my view is also. Second proviso of this rule says that recipient branch or recipient factory is eligible for full ITC, then whatever may be the invoice value will be treated as open market. मेरा IT सपोर्ट सर्विस जो है उसका सब कुछ कॉस्ट टोटल मेरा 5 करोड़ रुपया है, ठीक है, और उसने 50% टाइम पर्टिकुलर ब्रांच के लिए काम किया, तो 2.5 करोड़ होता है। बट मैंने अगर is a transaction value, so will be treated as that open market value. Accept. That is what the interpretation of this. Just keep this word eligible. Yeah. In mind. Further, it says that in respect of internally generated service, where the actuary is providing certain services to the branch office with which full input tax rate is available. Full क्या होता है? So, is there any difference between eligible and available? क्या difference है sir? So, as I said, credit के लिए दो ही section, 16 and 17. जिसमें में सबसे शॉर्टेस्ट प्रोविजन अगर कोई है तो आईटीसी। It says condition for eligibility of the input tax rate. So section 16 says that when you are eligible to take the credit, and which give the provision in 16. Then another section is 17. Chapter note, heading, not chapter, section heading. Apportionment of credit and block credit. तो कोई कंपनी ने अप्रोच किया कि वर्किंग कैपिटल फाइनेंसिंग करके दे दो, बैंक ने प्रोसेसिंग चार्ज ले लिया, पता नहीं 1 करोड़ रुपया ले लिया, बराबर ना? यस। और उसके ऊपर जीएसटी भी चार्ज कर दिया, करेक्ट? So, this point को 50% taxable सर्विस के लिए और 50% exempt सर्विस के लिए यूज किया है। अब जिसका आईटीसी लेना है तो वो कैसे ले? First is the eligibility. Section 16 does not restrict me. बराबर है ना? Yes, sir. So availment is 50%, but eligibility is full. All of you agree with me?
Nice example.
जी इसके लिए तो वो गिफ्ट दे रहे हैं 3 करोड़ का फीस आया So if we read this circular, it says that development नहीं है recipient branch को, correct? So I can go to, but if I read the rule, I am eligible for branch. So I can go to this rule. So again, this will be a point of dispute going to be future, because the word used in the circular is very loosely used. Has no meaning of putting available word. I hope you understood what I mean to say. What is the difference? It says that the value of supply of service made by a registered person to a distinct person need to be determined as per Rule 28. And accordingly, in respect of supply of services, the value of the said supply of services declared in the invoice by HO shall be deemed to be open. Branch office is eligible for full input tax. यहाँ पे इसने बराबर लिखा है, but यहाँ पे उसने available कर दिया. And accordingly, in cases where the full input is available, यहाँ पे वर्ड एलिजिबल आना चाहिए था. To a branch office, the value declared on the invoice by HO of such services, irrespective of the fact whether the cost of any particular component, like sir, employee cost, etc. That's what we were discussing. Are not in the value of services in the invoice. और इंक्लूड करो या नहीं करो उससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा. If full credit is after circular available, for my interpretation anything. Further, in such cases where the full credit is available, who has not issued any tax invoice, तो है मैं 2 करोड़ के बदले 6,000 का बिल इशू कर सकता हूँ. That's what we discussed. Correct? Second possibility में process ये ही नहीं, मैं भूल ही गया. So it says that has not issued a tax invoice of any particular services by HO to rendered by HO to the branch office. ढाई करोड़ के बदले 2,000 के बदले 0 नहीं है. And they be deemed to open market in terms of the second provision of section 28. So it says that it will be treated as the declared value is nil of whatever service has been provided by HO to branch. So what it says in nutshell is, if you have then the full input tax credit is available, what circular says, then there will be no issue. Understood what I mean to say? In my view, it has to be read as eligible, not as. Second, it says that in respect of internally generated services provided by HO to branch office, cases where the full input tax rate is not to the concerned branch office, the cost of salary of employee of HO involved in providing the said services to branch office is not mandatorily required to be included while computing the taxable value of supply of such service. So, I should not include the cost of the, because the board of directors, maybe CEO, CFO, or maybe the IT support staff, what we said. It is not only the staff of the HO, entire company. Correct? Salary is not a service. Services supplied by the employee to the employer is covered in Schedule 3. That's why it says that this cost should not be. If you want, you can include, but it is not mandatorily required to be included. There is one Karnataka it says that in case of cross charge, you have to include policy. Yeah. So that no, I think Karnataka. Then it's overriding that advance billing also, and it's saying that cost of the employees need not be included. That extent, this is a good circular clarifying this. Yes, sir. See, if full credit is eligible, then it says if you have not issued the invoice, then also it will be treated as value is nil. This multiplied by the GST rate, answer will be nil, so not required. To be generated. Correct? And if you do the credit, and if you issue the invoice, then also the credit will be available to the client. So this may be a good mechanism for the higher amount of credit and higher amount of liability at the branch office, then you can shift to this credit from branch HO to branch, or maybe from branch to HO also. No issue. That's what it says, na? Declared as nil. To that extent, this circular is very good. It is clarifying that it is not mandatory to cross charge. So I hope you understood ISD cross charge, etc. I'll move to next. What is on this or that one? Yes. कोई ऐसा है जिसके ऑफिस में इस तरीके का नोटिस नहीं है तो सर प्रेजेंटली देख रहे होंगे है क्या मेरे को आए नहीं जो लगा आए नहीं मेरे सर में सब बैठ करके रिटर्न फाइल उससे बिजनेस नहीं चलेगा
अगर मैं हो जाता तो आदमी के और करो ताकि लॉस ही होता है
is two-way very difficult for me to understand. And what is the spending of two-way in the GST law? I will also be happy to learn something new. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि वही सेक्शन 16 और 17 16 में किधर भी टूएगा दिखना यहीं पे है सेक्शन 17 में भी किधर भी टूएगा दिखा नहीं तो अगर टूए में क्रेडिट नहीं दिखा किधर रिस्ट्रिक्शन है कि मैं क्रेडिट नहीं दे सकता Yes or no? Unless specifically restricted, I am allowed to take इनकम टैक्स में सेक्शन 37 में अगर मैंने कोई भी एक्सपेंडिचर लिया है और उसको रिस्ट्रिक्ट नहीं किया तो सब एक्सपेंडिचर मुझे अलाउड है। CSR में मुझे अलाउड होता, अगर रिस्ट्रिक्ट नहीं किया तो, करेक्ट? So likewise, this is also a beneficial provision. So government should restrict only that rate. The service tax they have issued one circular also, and this separate credit is the right of the taxpayer. And unless specifically restricted, that allowed to take credit of income. Thank you. So in December 22, they have issued one circular. अगर मिसमैच है आपका तो subject to fulfillment of this document, this condition, you will get the credit. So I hope everybody knows about that condition. So I will not repeat that. तो उसके लिए भी हमको कितना दम निकला था हमको पता है. First, we approached Asta Commissioner. Was kind enough to understood what we are saying, that who has no validity. So he issued one circular. कैपिटल चलो ये सर्कुलर के बेसिस पे अभी आपको क्रेडिट मिल जाएगा, लिटिगेशन कम हो जाएगा, अदरवाइज ऑल मैटर विल गो टू ट्रिब्यूनल. Then state authority said, okay, this circular is issued by the state, so we can't do anything, so we will follow this. But if my jurisdiction is with the central, they said कि हमको कुछ लगता नहीं, state का circular will not pass, and they filed order against all the entities whose cases are with the center. Then we approached, institute approached CBIC. So on the basis of this circular has been issued, and ultimately it will pile up to the court. 5 साल 6 साल हो गए और अभी तक आपका ट्रिब्यूनल आएगा कि नहीं आएगा पता नहीं है. कितने we come out with the circular. They issued this circular in the year. But that circular is valid only and only for 2 years up to March 19. What about the cases from 1st April 19 onwards? The department started issuing notices. कि 2A 3B मिसमैच है, क्या करने का? There is a difference between 17-18 and 18-19 and 19-20 onwards. Because department has come out with the rule 36, the rule 4. Yes, what is?
Then whichever input tax credit is not eligible, you can take up to 20% of that ineligible credit in your GST entry.
Correct. So basically it says that if correct, आपके पास 120 रुपए तक का एलिजिबल क्रेडिट है, डॉक्यूमेंट है, आपको मैक्सिमम 100 plus 20 you can take. So 36 then 20 से they came to 10, and then 10 to they came to 5%. So up to 8 October 2019, there was no 36-4. 9th October 19 till 31st December 19. Sorry. 20%, 10%, then 5%. These are the different dates. पहले कोई डेट मिस नहीं होती थी. So anyway, So before 9th October 2009, there was no 36-4. I can take full credit, irrespective whether 2A में है कि नहीं है. Correct? 9th October से then 20%. The question is whether 36-4 is a valid rule. Power from any section? Yes or no? And that section should say that power to make good. Section I still not able to understand. Because during this period, there was no such power given neither 16 and nor in 17. So anyway, that I could get matter is still pending. I am not going into that. So what nutshell they did is they issued another circular 193 on the same line of section 180. Circular 183 they issued in saying that up to 8th October, no restriction. 8th October onward, up to December, you can take 100 plus 20%, subject to the submission of the document what has been given in circular 183. Correct? Then 31st December onward, maybe 10% subject to that. So subject to 36-4, it is again going to circular 180. Is talking only and only about up to 1st December 2022. What will happen beyond that? उसके बाद क्या होगा? हाँ? GST 2. What they did is from 1st January 22 on 1st January 23. 1st January 23 onward, they have amended section 16 to added one subsection double A. Correct, sir? And we said that if credit is there in the GST 2B, now it is way of amendment in the Act. So it is binding. तो जितना 2B में दिखता है उसके ज्यादा का क्रेडिट सर इसके बाद और कोई सर्कुलर नहीं है सर जरूरी नहीं कि हर सर्कुलर के बाद आए पहले के 2 सर्कुलर में पार्लियामेंट तो शायद आ सकता है इसमें जरूरत नहीं है it will not come beyond 31st December 2022 onwards. So you can dismiss it with BB, then you can take the credit. I am not reading verbatim what is there in my. I hope you understood what is the crux of the scene. Warranty. There may be various situations. आपने कोई भी इक्विपमेंट खरीदा वारंटी आल्सो फॉर द सेम वारंटी पीरियड में चीज खराब हो गई also yes or no for that company will cannot charge anything to you company directly may do this or maybe the authorized service station or maybe the correct free replacement part का क्या section 17(5) says that some restriction is there yes or no I'm not concluding on that. I'm just highlighting. So फिर उसका क्रेडिट का क्या होगा? Distributor may not charge anything to the customer, but may charge to the manufacturer. Then what will happen? The liability is there. Manufacturer will get the credit of the same. He may from third party. So different permutation combinations है. तो उसमें liability क्या होगा, ITC क्या होगा? So they have issued circular 195 clarifying and dealing with all these situations. Basically, it provides clarity on various issues pertaining to IGST liability as well as the liability. Sorry, GST liability as well as liability to reverse ITC in cases involving warranty replacement of part and repair during warranty period. The circular also addressed the treatment of the extended warranty, stating that the GST is payable on the consideration of extended warranty. And they also give the extended. Then what will happen? The price. First issue they dealt with is there are cases where the original offer warranty for the goods supplied by him to the customer and provide replacement of parts or repair services to the customer during the warranty period without separately charging any consideration at the time of the replacement or repair service. So that he himself is good and he will do the replacement. So whether GST would be payable on the replacement of part and supply of repair services without any consideration from customer as part of warranty, circular says that liability pay any GST or the transaction value is again section 15 is very clear, nothing to be done. So I'm not reading what clarification has been given. You can read then second issue is whether in such cases the manufacturer is required to reverse the input tax credit in respect of such replacement of part or supply of services. Mystery की मैं मुझे नहीं समझा. Two things there. Replacement of part, I can understand. There may be some logic behind that. Supply of repair service free of cost. उसके ऊपर अगर कुछ ITC तो उसका रिवर्सल किधर है? I don't know. We discussed that. In respect of which no additional consideration is charged from the customer. So if you go to the 17.5H, it says that any good lost, तो free replacement में अगर कुछ spare part दिया है तो goods is not lost. Correct? Stolen नहीं है ना? Destroyed नहीं? Written off. Whether can you say it is written off? No. Or free sample. My view, 17.5 lakhs में जो condition दी कोई भी meet उसके लिए तो होती ही नहीं. Correct? Otherwise, so it is his obligation to give part free of cost because the part what he has given was faulty. But it is talking about goods only. Service तो किधर mention ही नहीं है. Service का question ही नहीं था. But anyway, it is better that they have verified and they said that the original supply of goods by the manufacturer, उसमें cost of replacement is included. That. And hence, the credit will not be required to be reversed. They should give a preference of 17.5 itself, but anyway, whatever clarification is beneficial, I am not going into the reasoning and all that things. Whether GST would be payable on the replacement of part or repair services provided by distributor without any consideration from customer as part of the warranty on behalf of the manufacturer. So Distributor will also not raise any invoice on the customer. In the above scenario, where the distributor provides replacement of part of the customer warranty behalf of the manufacturer, whether any supply involved between distributor and manufacturer, had to reverse the input tax credit in case of replacement of part. So if he charging something to the manufacturer, then he has to charge GST from the manufacturer. Otherwise, it is also not a. There may be a three possibility in this. There may be a cases where distributor replaces the part to the customer under warranty and using his stock, or by purchasing from third party and charges the consideration for the part to be replaced from the manufacturer by issuing of tax invoice. The state applying it by him, he will liable to pay the GST. अगर वो खुद के स्टॉक से यूज कर रहा है तो बात अलग है. थर्ड पार्टी से परचेज करके चार्ज कर रहा है तो करना है. There may be cases where distributor raises the requisition to the manufacturer for the part to be replaced by him under the warranty, and the manufacturer then provides the said part to the distributor for the purpose of this replacement to the customer as part of warranty. In such a cases where the manufacturer is providing such part to the distributor for replacement to the customer during the warranty period, without separately charging any consideration at the time of such replacement. No GST is payable on such replacement of part by the manufacturer. Further, no charge will be made by the manufacturer in respect of such part. But this consideration is included. That's why I think that there are many cases where distributor replaces the part to the customer under warranty out of the supply already received by him from the manufacturer. In that case, the manufacturer may give credit note to you. 34(2). What is 34(2)? That time limit is there up to 30th November or 30th September of the. Then he will issue the credit note and he will follow the procedure what distributor need to be followed. Another possibility where the distributor provides repair service in addition to the replacement of part or otherwise to the customer without any consideration as part of warranty and therefore, but charges the manufacturer for such repair services, then it will be liable to be taxed. Sometimes company provide offer of extended warranty to the customer which can be availed at the time of original supply or just before the expiry of tender warranty period, whether GST would be applicable in both the cases. If any consideration is there, so it will be liable for GST. Whatever may be the warranty repair services, that only you will charge. Otherwise, it will be a company. Then, what is GST rate of the original equipment? On that, you have to pay. This. Next is refund. Circular, itne notification, itne amendment in the rules they have, but still we are not getting it. Huh? सर इसका जरूरत ही नहीं है ना इसका. सर फिर उसके लिए तो इसकी जरूरत नहीं है ना, ये सब का क्या जरूरत है बताओ मुझे. Yeah, they are doing only for study circle. Circular number 197 they have issued and they have issued given various clarification of refund. First, they said that doubt are being raised as to whether the refund of the on the basis of the input tax credit as reflected, or on the basis of that available of the applicant. Because certain point of time up to 1st January 22, 31st December 22, there was no restriction of 2B. और दोनों चल रहे थे मेरे 2A और 2B. 2A में रिफ्लेक्ट हो रहा है, 2B में नहीं हो रहा है, वो भी कई जगह पॉसिबिलिटी. They are clarifying on that it is reflected in 2A but not reflected at 2B. Since the availment of input tax credit has been linked with the form 2B, with effect of the refund of the accumulated input tax credit of 50 has to be with the 2B only. तो ये रिफ्लेक्ट हो रहा है, उससे कुछ लेना देना नहीं है, 2B में आएगा तो ही आपको क्रेडिट. So what happened is, I am supposed to, my supplier is required to pay GST 1 on 11. तो अगर उसने लेट भरा तो उसने 12 तारीख, तो मेरे 2A में तो आ जाएगा 14 तारीख को. वो डिफरेंस. तो बोल रहे हैं कि 2A में आ गए तो उसका मतलब नहीं है, 2B में आ गए तो आप अगले महीने उसका क्रेडिट लीजिए, तो अगले महीने रिफंड चला गया. सर मैंने ये मैंने लेट कर दिया तो इधर मेरे को रिजेक्ट कर देगा. उसके बाद में मैंने कहा रिफंड ऑलरेडी चला गया, उसने क्लेम नहीं किया गया. प्रॉब्लम हो गया.
जनवरी 22 से बोल रहा है
तो डॉक्यूमेंट और उससे है बेटा. क्या बात किया ना सबसे 180 उसके हिसाब से जाके लेना.
कभी-कभी क्या होता है क्वार्टरली रिटर्न जो फाइल करते हैं ना, क्वार्टरली रिटर्न फाइल करते हैं ना, तो वो मार्च के 2B में दिखता है, 2A में दिखता है, लेकिन वो पीरियड के 2A में नहीं दिखता है.
नहीं तो आपको अप्रैल में लेना है ना. फिर 2B में मार्च में अप्रैल में दिखाता है, अप्रैल में लेना है आपको रिफंड. दैट व्हाट दे आर सेइंग. नहीं वो नहीं कर. 1 जनवरी 2022 के बाद में they can't reject. हाँ पहले क्या है तो आपको डॉक्यूमेंट ले जाके दिखाना. साढ़े साहब ने बोल दिया है बेटा क्या बोला पता नहीं, उसने क्या अप्रोच है आपके पीछे बैठे. The requirement of undertaking in form RFP 1 inserted by circular number so and so. So undertaking कई तरीके की ले लेते हैं रिफंड के टाइम पे. So they are referring to various circular. I am not going into detail of the same because then I have to leave with entire refund provision actually. Otherwise it will not be able to. I will not be able to, and it will require another session itself for refund. But earlier circular they said something, then they are referring to. So maybe you can go through the what I have given that in detail you can read.
मनीष जी रिफंड के लिए एक्चुअली बहुत जरूरी है एक सेपरेट सेशन.
Yes.
लॉट ऑफ मेंबर्स आर फेसिंग अ प्रॉब्लम.
Yes. It should have a separate refund. And maybe for 2 hours or 4 hours let it be decided. और उसके बाद भी सर आएगा कि नहीं मुझे नहीं पता है. No guarantee he will get refund. देखो अभी मैं क्या प्रमोट नहीं कर सकता हूं सर. So again, e-commerce, जब से ये e-commerce चालू हुआ है, तब से गवर्नमेंट समझ ही नहीं पा रही कि टैक्स करना है कि नहीं करना है। What is the transaction? चलते आ रहे हैं। So जब भी तब e-commerce में दो अमेंडमेंट है। Basically, e-commerce operator is that section 2 that any person who owns, operates or manages electronic commerce, defines electronic commerce. So basically, have created a platform on which buyers and suppliers comes and meet and do that. I am an e-commerce. If I am selling my own goods, then I am not an e-commerce. In nutshell, keeping that in mind. Now, law says that e-commerce is required to collect TCS also from the supplier. So there may be a possibility that in a single transaction, two e-commerce operators may be involved. तो उस केस में टीसीएस कौन जमा करेगा? So why circular 194 they are saying that their employees to date are not come to his own issue. Then this issue is going to the supplier side issue. And then there is the supplier. So buyer will make the payment to him. Then he will deduct his own platform charges or whatever, and then he will make the payment. So this is so this supplier side issue is required to be the not this. Correct? Because he has no interface, nothing, he is not doing, he is not knowing this supplier. So TCS वगैरह कैसे काटेगा क्या करेगा? So they have clarified that he is not required to deduct and he only will do that. And where the supplier side issue himself is the supplier of the said supplier. So buyer इस पे आया और he is the supplier. So in that case, he will deduct the TCS. So he is not issue itself. So he will. So I hope I am clear on this. Ask me a query that supplier of this can sell good on e-commerce operator. Earlier it was not. It's not allowed to sell their good on e-commerce. Services still not. No, it is clarified. Not allowed. Goods in 48 basically meeting they said goods के जो can list themselves on e-commerce portal and supply goods and not required to have clarification. अब ये इशू कर रहे हैं 31 जुलाई को how it will operate. What they said is following condition he has to follow that such person shall not make any interstate supply of goods. मैं महाराष्ट्र में हूँ मुझे ऑर्डर आ गया दिल्ली से तो क्या करने का नहीं देना person shall not make supply of goods to e-commerce operator more than one state or union territory. महाराष्ट्र में भी रजिस्टर किया मैंने, दिल्ली में भी मिला है, मैं दो जगह से कर सकता हूँ ना, अगर मैं हमारे दोनों जगह मिला है। दिल्ली के आ रहे तो मुझे इधर का दुकान बंद करना है और दिल्ली जाना है। दुकान बंद करेगा चालू करेगा क्या करेगा। 10% shall be required to have permanent account number. Such person shall make, before making any supply to PCO, declare on the common portal their PAN address and their place of business and their state, etc. And subject to validation on the common portal. But फिर भी registration करना. Because you have to give each and every detail what is required to be given. The only difference is that he is not registered, have to file return, but he will be in the radar of the department. Such person have granted enrollment number on the common portal on successful validation of the PAN declared. Such person shall not be granted more than one shall be made by such person to e-commerce. All these conditions are there. I am not going into detail. All these conditions we can talk about. So whether how many people are going to get benefit of this, difficult for me to understand.
So this is basically because for people who are supplying on Zomato, many of the restaurant of food items.
अरे सर उसको तो वैसे ही अलाउड नहीं है ना, सर्विस वाले को क्या प्रॉब्लम है, गुड वाले के लिए ना सर. दिस इज एप्लीकेबल ओनली इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ सप्लाई ऑफ गुड्स.
पेरिशेबल आइटम्स जो बेचते रहे वो भी
अच्छा मिल्क वगैरह ऐसा कुछ बेचते रहेंगे.
which is it does not go interstate ये area में
मे बी पॉसिबल. Notification. They are saying you do business and you register under GST.
One of the conditions. Sending my activities. So what is not, I am still there to do there in India. Ultimately. So it's absolutely wrong.
The government can make any law. Yeah, enrollment number is.
Also, you cannot supply other states.
Other state you can't get. That I am not constitutional expert, but yeah. Then again, next is in respect of e-invoicing. Now from 1st August 2023, if your turnover is 5 crore, then you are required to do. And e-invoicing is applicable for all the B2B transaction and export transactions. E-invoicing is not applicable to B2C transactions. Yeah, na? This is the basic. E-invoicing. It is a previous year. Previous. Any previous year. Any previous. Has to. Now I am taking a different issue here. That's what they have issued a circular on. That if you have supplied any goods or service, for that they require to register themselves for depositing at TDS. Otherwise, the department is not required to register. KMC का supply तो कुछ भी नहीं है, so they are not liable to pay any GST on that, whatever you can do. But for TDS, they require to register themselves. Then they will deduct TDS from their supply. Understood? So now, here the question is, the supplier of that goods or services to the government department. The law says that invoicing is not applicable. It is applicable for B2B transaction. That government department is whether B2B or B2C. They are not regular GST R1, 3B, वो तो कुछ फाइल नहीं करने हैं उसको. They are not liable to pay any GST also on their own account. Not eligible to take any credit also. Supplier को invoicing करना है कि नहीं इसका? That is the question. They register solely for the purpose of TDS. Registered person. If they are registered for any purpose, they are registered. Once they are registered person, it will be treated as B2B transaction. नहीं अभी पोर्टल ठीक करेगा ना सर. इसके लिए तो सर्कुलर दिया है. अब सर क्या है पोर्टल क्या है पता नहीं. पार्लियामेंट असेंबली में लॉ पास होता है वही 2018 से समझ में आया कि नहीं वो लॉ का कोई इसलिए जो होता है वही लॉ. इसके लिए तो पूरे नोटिस जा रहे हैं.
Commercial immovable property registry. Invoice also invoicing is compulsory.
कोई भी सर्विस हो अगर आपका लिमिट क्रॉस हो गया है तो आपको करना ही है. तो यू आर चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट. ठीक है. आपका जो फीस है 4 करोड़ रुपया हो गया और 2 करोड़ का रेंट आ गया. Next clarification they have issued in respect of director. So we all know that there is a it says that service supplied by director of a company or a body corporate to said company or body corporate shall be paid by the company under reverse. 5 मिनट डायरेक्टर का क्लियर कर देना मैडम. कितने इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर में बैठे पकड़ बात ही होगी. So what is if you see that notifications is supplied by director of director to the company or body cost. That should be हमने डिस्कस किया 2 करोड़ रुपए का रेंट आ रहा है. भाड़े पे दे दिया कुछ प्रॉपर्टी अपना कंपनी को. तो whether RCM is applicable on this one. So there was confusion. डायरेक्टर ने कुछ भी किया तो उसमें आरसीएम लगेगा. Our interpretation, professional interpretation is that the director of a company should provide the service. No, in the capacity of director, then only RCM should be applicable. Not otherwise, because otherwise, what is the meaning of putting this word? तो यहाँ पे लिखते any service by whatsoever. So I can understand. Now they have issued a circular 201 and they said that a director of a company or a body corporate, then only RCM will applicable. Because director को salary मिल रही है, employee है, then it is not part of the supply also. So in my view, if you get a professional fees also, in a professional capacity, not as the capacity of director, then theater. Yes, sir.
Let us say you are a director from one of the company.
सर मैंने दिन लिया ही नहीं इसके लिए बहुत लफड़ा है.
Your director sitting is around, let us say 3 crore. Okay, and over and above you are getting.
सर मेरे को दिन लेना है.
Over and above you are getting, let us say, like consultancy fee from some XYZ company. Then you are liable for the GST registration.
They say that both are service. And then maybe it may be treated as exempt service for some other purpose at 3 crore. I 3 crore 15 lakh, more than 20 lakh.
Director in cooperative bank getting the director sitting fees, whether it is the covered under GST policy. Cooperative.
सर वो उतना मुझे पता नहीं, whether it is a body corporate. सर body corporate है तो RCM आ जाएगा सर. I am not expert in company law. Body corporate RCM is at least. नहीं RCM अगर है तो 20 लाख नहीं मिलेगा ना. RCM में तो कंपनी को पे करना है.
Irrespective of the.
Yeah.
लेकिन 20 लाख से ज्यादा अगर मिल रहा है तो डायरेक्टर को भी GST रजिस्टर देना है.
Of suppose 15 minutes. 15 minutes or 15 minutes. Okay. And he is getting. But he do not have any other taxable service. So he is not required to register. But अगर इन्होंने 2 लाख रुपया भी कोई taxable supply दे दिया rent पे ली कोई property, commercial property, then he is required to register. Now coming to theatre and this. 50 लाख तो कंपनी भर ही रही है. या रेंट पे जो है वो आरसीएम नहीं लगेगा. That he has to charge or other than director whatever charging to the state company. सर अगर 50 लाख क्वालिटी है तो फिर 20 लाख का नहीं मिलेगा.
छोटे लोगों की बात 20 लाख से नीचे का नहीं मिलेगा.
तो एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं कि उसको और 15 लाख रुपया उसको रेंट आ और कोई उसकी इनकम नहीं तो 15 लाख में भरने की जरूरत. अगर यही 5 लाख 6 लाख रुपया आ रहा होगा 15 लाख की भरना. 3 की जगह 6 लाख आ रही.
सर
फर्स्ट ईयर नेक्स्ट ईयर में तो 15 लाख में तो कुछ भी हो जाए. सर्विस है उससे पहले और भी है. ओके रेस्टोरेंट में पता नहीं उनको क्या ऑफर है या क्या है कुछ चेंज करते हैं. अभी भी समझ में नहीं आया कि रेस्टोरेंट में टैक्स कैसे लगता. तो एक सीबीआईसी ने नोटिफिकेशन इशू किया है 11 में और उसमें क्या बोला है रेस्टोरेंट सर्विस टैक्सेबल एट द रेट ऑफ अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ आईटीसी. आप this continue. देन 6 अक्टूबर 2021 को उन्होंने एक सर्कुलर इशू इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ आइसक्रीम पार्लर। अभी हम आइसक्रीम पार्लर में जाते हैं तो उधर वो टेबल कुर्सी सब लगा के रखते हैं। Outlet, but if you go to natural now, so what is the difference between that ice cream parlor and another restaurant? ये हिसाब से तो कोई भी नहीं, मुझे नहीं समझ में आता। But 164 नंबर का एक सर्कुलर parlor sell ice cream and ice cream का इतना % GST, so they can't, they will 5% GST only. Not till now. Now, another circular they issued on 17th July, sorry, 1st August, circular number 20. That they are saying that cinema hall. Then it will be treated as restaurant. तो 300 रुपए का पॉपकॉर्न लेता हूँ, उसके काउंटर पे जाने का, लाइन लगाने का, पैसा भरने का, तो it will be treated as restaurant service and पॉपकॉर्न पे भले 18%, मुझे नहीं पता क्या रेट है, अगर 18, that's what the circular says. Says that supply of food or beverages in cinema hall is taxable in restaurant. आइसक्रीम भी तो 18 की 5 है, तो सर्कुलर 154 में ट्रिगर ऑफ सर्कुलर 201 will be, because it will be covered under food. Ice cream is a food item or not?
But it might not edit. Not food, it is desert.
So it is not food, it is not food. Then what it is?
It is an edible item.
Desert तो सब केक भी तो desert ही हो गया फिर। So anyway, which will prevail, I do not. So again, this circular again, what is sale of food and what is service of. तो थिएटर का पैसा लगेगा, पर इट इज अ कंपोजिट सर्विस। तो 5% में, तो अभी यहाँ से जाके नहीं देखना है, बैठी जॉब पर कॉम्बो नहीं, लेकिन उसमें आइसक्रीम खाना है कि नहीं खाना है। There are certain changes which I will not. So whatever I discussed was my opinions or views, and opinions or views are like wristwatches. Every watch shows different time from others, but everyone believes that their time is right. So once again, thanks study circle to all of you for making this session interactive. And I also want to thank Nimit. You can stand up. He is doing articleship with our prepared, has been prepared by him. और जितना इसने मुझे सिखाया मैंने उतना बोला है। Whether right or wrong, all credit or debit goes to him. Thank you, Nimit, for all these things. Now over to Purvi Madam.